So this practice will be a chair yoga practice. Chair yoga is incredibly versatile. It's wonderful for injured students, it's wonderful for a more elderly population. It's also great for desk workers where there's limited floor space. So it's something that you can really do anywhere. So you can watch at home, but I would really recommend practicing along with me. What you'll need is a sturdy chair. I definitely recommend keeping your yoga mat out and having the chair on the mat. Just adds that extra layer of stability. And then you know I love props at this point, so I have a strap that we might use, a couple of blocks handy, a bolster handy, and also a thin blanket. I've also placed a towel underneath me just to make the seat a little bit more comfortable. We're going to be practicing for I think about 45 minutes, so make sure that you are comfortable. So get set up in your chair. It's worth having your feet roughly under your knees and about hip distance, and this will help to keep you fairly stable. And you can also step your feet a little bit further forward, and that will help you feel even more stable. I'm going to recommend that you grab a thin blanket and make your way towards the back of your chair, so that you can also, if you do have back support, you can also use that if you need to. And then the blanket's going to come in handy because I'm going to put it over the back of my neck and then cross it over my torso and kind of tuck it into the sides here. And it's just going to add a little bit of neck support, and it's going to help me to sit up tall for longer. So a nice little trick. So just take a moment to get settled here. Make any little adjustments that you need to make. And if closing your eyes is available to you today, you can do that. And if not, just soften your gaze and find a point in front of you to focus on. You can rest your hands on your lap or on your thighs or by your side, wherever you feel comfortable. And just let yourself arrive. Let yourself process all of the information that we've covered throughout the module. Start to notice how your body feels today. Notice your mind. Are there any particular dialogues that are at the front of your mind? And notice your breath. Notice the parts of your body that are naturally moving as you inhale and exhale. And bringing your attention to your face, let your jaw unhinge, your lips and teeth part. Invite your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Each time your mind starts to wander off, just gently draw it back to your breath. Gentle rise and fall of the inhale and exhale. Just take a few more moments to settle. gently blink them open. And we'll release the support of the blanket for now. We'll start the practice with some gentle neck movements. You have permission at any point to rest or to decrease the intensity or the size of the movements we're making if this doesn't feel comfortable for you. Slowly begin to lower your chin to your chest without straining. And then when you're ready, slowly lift your chin, look up towards the ceiling. And just repeat this movement slowly as you can, with as much control as you can muster. Just slowly flexing and extending the spine. Just notice if any particular areas feel stiff or tight. Notice the parts that feel quite smooth and open. And then once you're done with that, just gently come back to the center and take a moment. And we'll slowly take a right ear towards a right shoulder. Take your time to slowly, slowly lift your head back, and when you're ready, take it over to the left. Notice how one side feels compared to the other. Gentle, fluid movements. When you've had enough, just come back to center, take a deep breath. Slowly turn your head to the right and to the left when you're ready, nice and gentle. Again, noticing without judgment how one side feels compared to the other. And when you've had enough of that, just come back to the center, take a deep breath. We'll now add all of those movements together. So making gentle head circles doesn't feel great for everyone. So if you feel dizzy or lightheaded, just gently stop, take a rest. Let's begin the movements. Nice small circles to begin with. And just gently ease into this. If it feels appropriate, make the circles a little bit bigger. Just really focusing on control here. And noticing the parts that feel maybe a bit stagnant, a bit stiff. Nice and gentle, really listening to your body. Backing off at any point if you need to. And when you're ready, pause and then take it in the opposite direction. Nice and gentle. Take a moment here to rest. And place one hand on your chest and very slowly glide your head forward and back. This can feel quite strange if it's the first time that you've made these movements intentionally. So just take it really gently. Rest again if you need to. Make sure you're not straining, not forcing yourself into end range. Then rest when you've had enough. Then slowly glide your head side to side. Again, this can feel really strange at first. These are really important movements of the neck. Notice how one side feels compared to the other. And rest for a moment. We'll add all four movements together. Move forward to the side, back to the opposite side. And then see how challenging it is to remove your hand from your chest, but only allow your neck to move. And then when you're ready, pause and take in the opposite direction. Good. Good enough. Just rest. Let those movements marinate. We'll now begin with some gentle spinal movement. So you can place your hands on your thighs and slowly reach your breastbone forward as you lift your chin, and then press away as you round your back, chin to chest, draw your tailbone through. And if you wish to, you can make this a little bit juicier using your arm movements to accentuate the movement. So press away with your hands, open through your arms as you extend. Just move at your own pace. You really focus in on the movements here, noticing the parts of your spine that want to move quite freely and the other areas where there's maybe a little bit of resistance. Do one more cycle in your own time, nice and slow. Rest back in the center for a second. And bring your hands to your shoulders or place your hands behind your head and just slowly reach up and over. Come back to center and reach in the opposite direction. So some nice lateral flexion movements, reaching up through the armpit, the elbow, feeling a gentle stretch through the side of the waist, the rib cage. Notice how one side feels compared to the other. A couple more times, taking it nice and slowly. When you've had enough, just come back to center. I'm just going to readjust myself on my seat to make sure I feel nice and grounded. And then we'll do some gentle spinal twists. So nice idea to have your hands on your shoulders. And try to keep your chin in line with your chest for this. So we're not trying to lead the movement with our head. We've already focused on rotation of the cervical spine. We're trying to focus a little bit more here on the thoracic spine. Just a couple more rotations. And when you've had enough rest in the center, just take a couple of deep breaths. Tune in to notice how your spine feels. Then we're going to do some pelvic rolls. So slowly tilt your pelvis back to the side and then tilt it forward into the other side. So in one direction, nice and slowly, really feeling into each direction of the movement. You can press in with your hands to help the movement. And then when you've had enough of that direction, change in the opposite direction. Notice how this direction feels compared to the other. Nice. When you've had enough, just rest. And then from here, we'll start with some gentle shoulder circles. You can do one shoulder at a time. You can do both shoulders together if you wish. And change direction when you're ready. Just slow, controlled movement. We're not forcing, just working with the body here, with the breath. Nice. Okay. Rest the arms for a second. Make sure you've got space around you. And we're going to slowly now make circles with one arm. So the circle can be quite small. You can slowly make the circle bigger if it feels good in the shoulder joint and through the shoulder girdle. And then option here to take your opposite hand and kind of gently fix that side of the chest so that you're trying to focus the movement mainly on the shoulder joint, and you can make the movement a little bit juicier here. You can change the movement of the forearm, you can rotate a little bit more into the shoulder joint itself, and then change direction when you're ready. It's amazing how just a simple movement like this can actually feel quite strenuous. I'm feeling quite a lot of heat in my shoulder. Nice. Nice. And just rest that for a second. When you're ready, move to the other side. So just start small. And in your own time, just make it a little bit bigger if you want to. If it feels good. Make it a little bit juicier if you wish to. You get an option to place opposite hand to kind of fix this side of the body so that we're focusing more on shoulder joint. When you're ready, take it in the opposite direction. Couple more big circles here. Good, rest. Take a moment to breathe. Good. Okay, so if you have a block handy, grab it, and if not, you can imagine that you have a block. So I'm going to do my favorite shoulder girdle exercises. I'm going to actually move to the side so you can see this. So sit tall, engage your abdomen as if someone's about to throw a beach ball at you, and then straighten your arms in front of you and hug the block or your imaginary block between your hands. And we're going to move just the shoulder girdle, and we're going to start by drawing the block away from us so that the shoulder blades protract, and then keeping the protraction will elevate. We'll keep the elevation and retract, and we'll keep the retraction as we depress. We'll move that through that one more time. Protract, elevate, retract, depress. Rest for a moment, feel the heat. Whew. Do that one more time, the opposite direction this time. So this time we'll squeeze the shoulder blades together into retraction, then we'll squeeze up into elevation. We'll draw the shoulder blades apart into protraction, and now we'll draw them down into depression. Retraction, elevation, protraction, depression, and release that down. Take a couple of moments to breathe deeply. And amazing how a seemingly simple exercise can really raise the body temperature. You can really feel all the muscles working hard. Okay, let's give ourselves a little bit of wrist love now. So make a fist and slowly start to move your fist round in an elliptical shape, so like a rugby ball shape, and then take it in the opposite direction. And if you notice that you're really cheating here and moving your forearm bones, just gently hold the forearm bones in place so that you're purely moving from the wrist itself. Again, amazing how such a small movement can be quite hard work. Give that wrist a shake, and we'll try it on the other side. Notice if you're making a weird face or if you're holding your breath. Both directions. Notice how one side feels compared to the other. Couple more cycles. Good. And we'll rest down now. Take a moment to breathe. We're now going to focus in on the legs a little bit more. So we're going to do some calf raises seated. So sit up tall, have your feet roughly underneath your knees, and we're simply going to lift the heels up and lower them back down. Lift them up, lower them back down, and then lift them up and hold them here for a second. Just take a couple of deep breaths, and then slowly lower the heels down. Now if that felt like enough, you can rest or repeat that again, or you can lean your body weight forward a little bit, and we're going to add more body weight to this. So again, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and hold. A couple of deep breaths. Good, one more breath here, and slowly. We're done, well done, good. Okay, so we'll come back in the chair a little bit. We're going to focus on the right leg, and I want you to begin to draw circles with the right knee. And if you wish to, you can also begin to straighten the knee out, flex and extend the knee here. Now, if this feels like way too much for you, you can grab hold of the knee and help with the movement. Or if this doesn't feel like enough, you can actually resist and use the hand to resist the movement that you're making in each direction. So do that for another moment. Whew, hard work. Rest that down. We'll do it on the opposite side. So see what it feels like unassisted. You can make it a bit juicier again by straightening and bending the knee. Move it in each direction. And if you wish to have the assistance of your hand, or resist with the hand in both directions. Good. Rest that down, take a moment. Step your feet a little bit wider and come slightly further forward in the chair, but make sure you're still grounded and feeling stable. And then reach your arms out in front of you and slowly, moving just from the right hip joint, roll the right knee in towards the left leg and back out. And then moving just from the left hip joint, roll the left knee in and out. So some active internal rotation here of the hip joint. Keep the pelvis nice and steady so we're isolating the movement at the hip joint. Good, we'll do one more round of this. Nice, and then rest the arms down. Take a moment to breathe deeply. Good, well done. So, let's come back in our chair slightly. We'll have our feet again roughly underneath our knees. Gently lift the right foot off the floor. Keep the hip lifted, but press down into the thigh. So some resisted flexion here. Amazing how strong this can feel. So keep the thigh lifted, press down into the thigh. Breathe deeply, imagine you're enjoying this. One more breath, and lower the leg down. Whew. Opposite leg, lift the left foot, keep the thigh lifted, press down. So press up into the hand presses down into the thigh. Full deep breath, release your jaw. Stop making those weird eyebrows. Press up into the hand, press the hand down into the thigh, one more deep breath. And release that, well done. Whew. Okay, so we're going to do some hamstring strengthening in the chair. We're going to come to the side so that we have room here to move our leg. And I recommend that you also grab hold of a strap here. You can use a rolled up towel or you can use your blanket from earlier. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hook the strap over the foot, and I'm going to position myself, making sure that I'm still stable in the chair, into that kind of classic thigh stretch. And then I'm going to see if I can keep my heel in this position, but let go of the strap. And I already feel cramping in my hamstring. Can you hold this for a couple more breaths? Woo! Feel the burn, and then slowly lower the foot down. Wow, it's amazing for me how challenging that is. Okay, take a moment. Woo! We'll change direction. Again, I'm just going to grab hold of my strap. So I'm going to loop that over the foot, move into position, making sure that I'm really stable in the chair. Bring the heel in close and then let go of the strap. Wow. Ooh, even worse on this side. Breathe deeply. It's just your body trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Ooh, one more deep breath. Good. Slowly lower the foot down towards the ground. Wow. Woo. Okay. Let's give the hamstrings and the calf muscles a little bit of a stretch now. So a couple of options. I'm going to hold the strap here for a moment. A couple of options. We can stretch the leg out in front of us and draw the foot back. Okay, if that feels accessible to you. Or just grab the strap. I'm going to fold the strap kind of roughly in half. Loop that over the foot and stretch the foot out in front of you. Oh, that feels good. Take a few breaths. Pressing away through the foot. You can can lean a little bit further forward if you wish to, if that feels accessible. Nice. Bend the knee and release down. Take a moment to breathe here. Whew. And we'll change over here. Straighten through the legs. Excuse me if my feet are dirty. I do wash them occasionally. Good. A couple more deep breaths, pressing away through the foot. Nice, and release that down, bend the knee, and let go of the strap. Alright, take a moment just to sit up nice and tall. Focus on your breath. Tune into your legs and notice how they're feeling. Okay, so let's lift the right foot. We'll take the right outer ankle on top of the left knee. This might feel like enough, or you can spread through the toes of the right foot. Imagine you're pressing this into a wall, and then you can now lean slightly further forward on the thigh. So just take a couple of deep breaths here. So because we're using our body weight, this is a little bit more hip flexibility. It's not a bad thing per se. But what I challenge you now to do is to lean back. Can you keep your hip in this position, but lift your foot just a fraction? Woo. We'll feel this on the left outer hip. Take one more deep breath and release the leg down. Well done. Let's unhook the leg. We're ready for the opposite side, so lift the left foot, left outer ankle on top of the right thigh. Spread through the toes, press the sole of the foot away into an imaginary wall. If this feels like enough, stay here, or you can lean back. If it feels like too much, you have the option to lean forward and add a little bit of your body weight here. So a couple of deep breaths. And then again, just for the moment, we'll change this from flexibility and we'll lift the foot just for 2 breaths. Well done. Unhook. Release it down, well done. I'm going to bend the knee up slightly, hold the back of the thigh, and we'll just make some nice ankle movements in one direction and in the other. Just really sense into those movements. Which parts feel quite smooth, which parts feel a bit stuck, a bit sticky. Lower that down. Swap to the other side. So move in one direction and then in the other. How does this foot feel compared to the first foot? Okay, nice, and release that down, great. So we are now going to do some sun salutations in the chair. And I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can see this a little bit better. You can have blocks here if you need to. I'm going to pop them out of the way for now. So find your comfortable seat. Bring your hands in prayer at the heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward, look forward. Exhale, plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. So take a couple of moments here, pressing away through your heels. Press through the palms of your hands. One more deep breath in. Exhale, step forward. Look forward. Fold over your legs. As you inhale, press down through your feet, raise your arms high. Look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, sweep high. Look up. Exhale, bow over your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward, look forward. Exhale, plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press through the soles of your feet. press through the palms of your hands. One more deep breath. Inhale, step forward, look forward. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, arms up, press down, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a full deep breath. Sun salutation B. Exhale. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen and forward. Exhale, plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, warrior. Good. Inhale, step your foot forward, look forward. Exhale, warrior. Inhale, step the opposite foot forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, warrior. Good. A couple of deep breaths. Strong through the legs, reaching up towards the ceiling with the palms of the hands. Deep breath in and exhale. On the next inhale, feet down, look forward, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bow over the legs. Inhale, raise the arms, look up. And exhale, lower the hands. Well done. Take a moment to rest. Breathe deeply. So I just think it's a great example of how dynamic we can make a chair practice. I'm totally sweating here, so it feels good. So take a moment, and I will come back to face you. Just connecting with your breath. So we'll do a couple of further poses in the seat. So come towards the front of your chair. I'm going to move back slightly. Straighten through your left leg. Lift your right knee and then place the sole of your foot either against your ankle, your calf, your inner knee, your inner thigh. And then place your hands in prayer. So really press down through the left foot. Press the left leg into the right foot into the left leg. Option to reach your arms up. An option to look up towards the ceiling. Take a couple of full deep breaths here. Slowly lower the hands down through the heart center. Draw the knee to the center. Rest for a moment. Good. Straighten through the right leg. Press through the sole of the foot. Lift the left knee. Place the sole of the left foot wherever works along the leg. Hands in prayer. Press the palm of the hands together, broaden through the chest. Keep grounding through the right leg. Pressing the right leg into the left foot back into the right leg. Option to reach the arms above the head. Option to look up. You can even close your eyes. A couple of full deep breaths. Slowly lower the hands through the heart center, draw the knee into the center. Rest down. Take a moment to breathe. Good. Step the feet together. Press down into the left foot and lift the right leg up and over. You have the option to hook the right ankle under the left leg if that feels comfortable for you. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, wrap the right arm under the left. Option to place the hands on the shoulders. You can have the arms in an X, grab hold of the thumbs or the palms of the hands. Actively hug the legs together, hug the arms together. Breathe deeply. See if you can lift the elbows just a little higher. Option to close the eyes. Couple more deep breaths. As you inhale, sweep wide with the arms and unravel the right leg. Take a moment to breathe deeply. Good. Push the weight into the right foot. Lift the leg up and over. You can hook the left foot under if that works for you. Inhale, sweep Exhale, left arm under right. Take whatever option works for you, noticing that the option will probably feel different on this side. Lift the elbows, hug the legs and the arms together. Breathe deeply. Good, one more deep breath. The next inhale, sweep wide, lift the leg and lower. Well done. Take a few moments to breathe deeply. Good. I'm going to take a moment to come into child's pose on the chair. So this is when the bolster comes in handy. So I'm going to place the bolster, excuse me, on the front of my legs and have my blocks handy here. And then just take a moment to lean forward, making sure that your forehead is resting. You can softly close your eyes if this feels available to you. Just focus on the flow of your breath, noticing the parts of your body move as you inhale and exhale. If it feels good, you can gently roll your head side to side. Take a few more breaths here. And slowly press yourself back up to sitting tall. Take a moment to release your props down. And we'll do a seated twist. We'll make this a little bit more passive as we end the class. Take a deep breath in and slowly twist to the right. And you can gently use the support of the chair here to hold you in position for a moment. If it feels good, you can begin to look over your right shoulder. Take a couple of full deep breaths. And if it feels better for your sacrum, your lower back, you can gently edge the left side of your pelvis forward. A couple more breaths here. Slowly control yourself back to the center. When you're ready, take it to the side. You can shift your left hip bone forward if that feels more comfortable, and slowly rotate over to the left. You can turn your left. You can turn your head to look over to the left shoulder if that feels comfortable. A couple more breaths here. Slowly come back to the center. Okay. We'll move into Shavasana now. So let's grab hold of the support of our blanket once again. Just wrap it over the back of our neck, cross it over the front of the body, and just gently tuck in with the arms here. Make sure you're comfortable in your seat. If you have a back support, I recommend edging back to use that. Just take a moment to settle. Once again, if it feels comfortable to close your eyes, please do so. And start to notice how your body feels after the practice. Make a conscious effort to let go of any force in your breath, so it's completely natural. Let your jaw unhinge, your lips and teeth part, and your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. begins to wander off, just gently draw it back to the rise and the fall of your breath. So you can choose to stay here for a little longer, or you can gently begin to focus on lengthening your breath. It feels good, make little movements into your fingers, your toes, wrists, ankles. You can roll your shoulders or slowly turn your head side to side. Your eyes closed, take your time to slowly blink your eyes open. Bring your hands into prayer at the heart center. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, bow your head in honor of the yoga practice. And when you're ready, slowly raise your head back up. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the practice, and I will see many of you